One of my goals with this Ultra Advanced on eBay YouTube channel is to keep you from making bad decisions. As a business owner, and that's what you are if you sell, even if you sell a few things right now, another trip to the bank, I want to keep you from making bad decisions because they will cost you money. Bad comps make you about as good of a decision maker as the Bud Light marketing team has made. I want you to make good decisions because it saves you a lot of money. And it makes you a lot of money. You need to know how to do comps. A lot of you do, but I suspect you don't know how to do it my way. So let's talk about doing comps on a computer, on a desktop, on a tablet. We will, at some point in the near future, talk about doing comps on a cell phone. Now, I realize you often are out at garage sales, thrift stores. You want to know how to do comps on a cell phone. Everything I say here will apply. It's just I'm not going to show you exactly how to do them on a cell phone. I'll show you how to do them on a computer. I often do comps at home. Why? It's because maybe I was out doing comps at a yard sale a year ago and picked up several items. Not a year ago. It didn't take me that long to list something. But let's say I was at a garage sale 2.5 months ago and I bought a ton of stuff and I'm just now getting to those. And I don't remember what the comps were. I don't remember how much I thought I could sell them for. I just knew that I could probably sell them at a good profit. Therefore, I will look them up on a computer before I list them, because comps not only tell us if we're going to buy yes or no some item that we see out in the wild, but comps also let us know what we should price an item at. I'm going to talk a lot about pricing in this group. If you have any questions at any time about anything, even if I've covered it, even if I haven't covered it, if it pertains to eBay, even if you're a newcomer to eBay, ask me questions. Just put them in the chat below. Ask me anything. I answer all questions. All questions. So use that as a resource. Okay, the way that you do comps is to, now what are comps? Comps come from the word comparables, and comparables come from the term used in real estate. If you're going to sell your house and you hire a real estate agent to sell your house, that real estate agent is going to look all around your neighborhood and perhaps similar neighborhoods to yours and find houses that are similar to yours, and they will give you a list of 5, 10 houses that have sold in the recent past that are similar to yours. Now, similar could mean a lot of things. Could mean condition, square feet, lots of things. In general, it's about as close as they can get to homes that are kind of like yours, in hopes that you and the agent can come to an agreement on what you should list your house for. That's what we do on eBay. What should we price something at? Well, you need to do comps. You need to find what items have sold in the recent past for that amount of money. Let's say that you have a pair of Peterson vice grips, and they are the 6-inch vice grips, okay? And they're used. Let's make sure that we're looking at used. Now, what we're going to find here as we scroll through, $10, here's a lot of 9, bundle of 9 for $65. Here's some for $49. All of these are meaningless. Nothing here means anything to me. Yes, it's Peterson, the company. Yes, they're vice grips, but they're not doing me any good because these are what they're selling for right now. Someone is asking $42.99 for this pair of 6SP C-clamp vice grips. That doesn't mean it's worth $42.99. It doesn't mean this will ever sell at that price. This is what someone is asking. I don't care what they're asking. I want to know what they sold for recently. Therefore, you go down to the bottom here, not that far, and you click on sold items. By the way, sometimes when you're on a computer and you click sold items, nothing happens and you still see the unsold items. This is a little eBay glitch that pops up once in a while. What you do is unclick sold items, and then it will show you the sold items. You'll see this happen once in a while. Now, here it's all working fine. So I need to click sold items, and it just happened. Did you see that? This is the same list we were looking at. None of these have sold yet. None of these have sold. It's the weirdest thing. Hey, eBay, fix this glitch. So what you have to do is unclick sold items, and then you see sold items. It's really confusing. Sorry about that, but I want you to know how to get around that because time is money, and we want to get things listed. Now, this might be a pair of what they call long nose vice grips or welding vice grip. I don't know. I just type vice grips. I'm looking for used vice grips. I'm going to go ahead and choose, I guess, used. I think a lot of us in this group will sell used. Now, if vice grips or most things these days, if they sold in an auction, the price they sold for is a little bit misleading. Although eBay started off as all auctions, and that's where I really grew up on eBay from about 1998 to 2014, almost everything was sold in an auction. But people want what they want now. And now buy it nows or fixed price listings are far more profitable for most items. You only want to sell in an auction if you have a highly desirable collectible item. And then let the world bid on that item for 7 or 10 days. But for most things like a tool like vice grips, you only want to sell as a buy it now. So I'm going to go down to choose not only used because my item is used, I also want to choose only buy it now listings. That filters out all of the auctions. All of these are buy it now 6-inch vice grips. Now, Peterson made a lot of vice grips. I happen to know a lot about vice grips because a neighbor of our elderly neighbor had me sell about 100 vice grips recently, all different sizes and shapes. I sold them individually for the most part. And so a 6-inch pair of vice grips might be the C-clamps, or they might be the alligator. What are these? Locking needle pliers. I think they also call these long nose pliers. These C-clips again, regular vice grips, you know. This guy says ugly Peterson vice grips. Okay. I don't think that helps your listing any. I might say, you know, interesting patina. Patina is a real cool word for rust. But anyway, probably wouldn't have even put that in the title, patina. But okay, so what you're going to do, let's just say that they are the C-clamp vice grips. Now, all of Peterson vice grips come with a model number embedded, embossed onto the clamp. So you would type in 6R or 6LN, and that's really what I should have done. I'm not going to do that. So let's say that ours are 6R. Well, I am going to do that. Let me go ahead and just do 6R and look at recent solds, and I'm going to find one for $14.95, and it's got a little rust. 3 for $24.95, sold as a lot. 2 for $29.95. These are pretty good vice grips. These Peterson, they're made in DeWitt, Nebraska, back in the day, and everyone really likes these things. So they can bring some money. $22, that looks like a nice pair. Now, when I said this looks like a nice pair, and this certainly doesn't, what you want to do, if you have a pair of 6R vice grips that you're trying to sell Peterson, these are not the prices that you look at either. Now, what we've done is we said sold items, and then we went to buy it now only, but you also want to look at the condition. Maybe yours are in very good shape, so that tells you these are kind of rusty. Yours probably will bring more than $14.95. These two look like they're in nice condition. If you've only got one, that means each of these should sell for about $15, maybe about $17 since they're individual. So 2 should sell for, in 2 different listings, $17 or $18 a piece. If two together sell for about $30. Very nice pair for $22. If you have it looks from here, I'm not looking at the listing, but if you have a very nice pair of pre-owned Peterson 6-inch 6R vice grips, then $22 or more. Now this person offers free shipping. I don't suggest you ever ship free. I would adjust the price if needed, although I'd probably start at $22 and then charge a calculated shipping fee. So you need to not only look at the same item, but what it's sold for, and buy it now only, and in the same condition as yours. That's what a realtor does. The realtor doesn't just find a house the same square footage, because some of those might be brand new and the house you're wanting to sell is 30 years old. The realtor's job is to also find one in your age range. What is in a similar condition to your house? So anytime you're looking at comps, don't be fooled by high prices. Don't be fooled by low prices. You want to find items in this list that we find that are in similar condition to yours. And if you only find a lot of doubles or triples like this, then cut the price in half or buy 3 or whatever you need to do. Maybe add a little bit more since you're selling individually. That's expected. 3 should sell together for less money than 3 individually. These are what we look for. Now, one final warning, one final caveat. Caveat is, I think that's Mexican for warning. I don't know for sure. But if you don't find many items at all, now here we found several. It just goes on and on. We might find a whole lot more. Not all of these are actually the C-clamp 6R vice grips, but we're seeing a lot of answers here. If you find very few comps, that could mean you have something very special and it's going to sell for a lot of money. And even if you find 1 or 2 or 3 comps, you might be able to ask for a lot more if there have only been that many sold in the recent past. eBay will go back 3 months only of sold items to show you what has sold in the recent past. If you use Terapeak, which we're going to talk about a lot, but if you use Terapeak, you can go back 3 years. But honestly, something like vice grips, I kind of want to know what it's recently sold in the last 2 or 3 or 4 months, 1 to 3 months. 3 months is plenty for something like that. If I don't find many at all, here's what I want to do. I want to unclick solds, and I want to see how many are for sale that haven't sold yet. So when you click sold, you're looking at all that has sold in the last 3 months that match your search. If not many appear, I want you to click the solds and just look at items for sale. Now the prices don't mean much, but you want to look at the number for sale. If you're selling something kind of special and rare, then you will not find very many that have sold, if any, and you will not find many for sale. That's probably a great sign. However, if we did Peterson vice grips, 6R, 6-inch vice grips, and I found none that have sold in the last 3 months, and I found 100 that were for sale, probably, I don't want to list that. Probably, that's not a good item. It's probably something people don't want. How do you increase your sales? You stop selling things that people don't want. So comps actually can protect you. They can say, don't even bother with listing this. There are 100 for sale and only 1 has sold in the last 3 months. That means in a year, only 4 will sell out of 100. Are you going to be one of those special 4s? Probably not. The odds say no. May the odds be against you in that case. So it does behoove you, whenever you don't find very many that have sold, it's good to look at the unsolds just to see how many there are. That'll tell you a lot about the comps and how to adjust your price. If there are none that have sold and you've got some item that you got from your grandmother's house and there are 100 for sale and the lowest price is $50, maybe you want to list it for $25. Maybe you really want to cut down the market. It's something you didn't pay for, you were given it, and you don't want it. You could go low in that instance, but keep in mind, none have sold in the last 3 months and lots are for sale. So you have to go low on an item like that. In general, I don't like you to go low on your price. If you try to become the Walmart of eBay and list everything lower than everyone selling against you, you're not going to make very much. You're not. You're really not going to sell as much as you think you will. There are far better ways to make a lot more money. We're going to cover them here in this channel, on this YouTube video channel. You ask anything you want, I answer any and all questions. Have a great, profitable selling eBay day.